Tonight's the night, and it's going to happen again and again. Welcome back to Fog Entertainment Hell. It's a brand new era of Dexter reviews. I'm riding solo, and it is Season 8, Episode 2, Every Silver Lining. And this is the first time I've actually done a Dexter solo review, and also it's the first time I've done a Dexter review of the original series in over a month. I finished Season 8 of Dexter on the day that Resurrection premiered. So that was the 11th of August. The 11th of July, and today is the 10th of August. So it's been about a month since I actually wrapped up Season 8. Now, obviously, I watched Episode 2 a little bit before. So the memory's going to be a bit foggy, but that is why we've got EW.com. Now, I was actually going to use the Dexter Wiki, but for whatever reason, my laptop, my PC kept crashing every time I load it onto it. But everyone doesn't like Season 8, and I'm beginning to see why. Let's begin the episode. So Vogul starts revealing to Dexter that she knows his deepest and darkest secrets. We then cut this videotape, right? Oh, it's the 1980s. I'm a bad man. John Cena's wee music video blasting, but yeah, Harry is getting interviewed here. He's like, "Oh, my son, he wanted to see a murder scene, Dr. Vogel. He found it would be more fun than a water park and a roller coaster combined, big man." Harry's like so triggered here. Right, and what pisses me off here, right, is why would Harry wait why is it taking to Season 8 for us to find out about Vogel? I'm sorry, man, there is no way in hell anybody can like Vogel as a character. They just can't, and it's like, this is like a massive reveal here. Like, this woman has known about who Dexter is this entire time. And it's also like the fact that she's very sympathetic towards serial killers, like very, very sympathetic. It's like that, to me, that goes against everything that Dexter like is for. Like, he wants to kill serial killers. He kills serial killers, man. He kills bad people. That's what he does. And here we've got her, and it's like, seriously, like what are we actually doing here in Season 8 by introducing this character? And it's like, yo, you thought Harry was the mastermind behind the code? Well, I actually helped him. And I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking, no, man, we can't be doing this. But no, that's what we're going for. It's like Harry's just giving up all this information. It's like, Jesus Christ, damn it. Now, there is potentially, maybe Harry didn't know these were being filmed, but to me, the fact that she helped Harry come up with the code, it's just cringe. It's like, no, that should have been all Harry's doing. Harry definitely should have been the one that just came up with the code himself, and it should not have been her. That's what we believe for 7 seasons, right? And it's just like, seriously, like, what are we doing here? But then she comes in to speak a bit more to Dexter. "Oh, here, I want you to take him out for the police find him. Take him out, this brain scooping serial killer." And he's like, "Right, okay then." But the reality is, do I care about this brain surgeon guy that's like hunting down Vogel? Now, obviously I know what happens in Season 8, and I would rather have reviewed this episodically, but, "Oh, look, it's Oliver Saxton, her son, that's doing it." It's like, she's like, "Sooner or later, somebody's going to be holding a piece of my brain in a jar, Dexter. I don't take requests." That's what Dexter said. But here, she then gives him another video. Dexter, it's like, "What are we doing?" Dex watches this tape alone. Again, he just finds so much more out about Harry, and it's almost like burying like the fucking gimmick here. Anyway, I just don't understand it. So, yeah, obviously last episode, Dexter killed the guy that Deborah was with, and now her and Elway. I actually don't mind the Elway character, if I'm being honest. I actually think Elway is pretty good, but I do think as the season goes on, they ruin him, and I believe this is the guy that's in Saw 7, the final chapter. So these two are working together. She then whips out like this key, Briggs's key for a storage unit. So like, here, maybe we can go get the jewels after all. They check out his apartment, and he's like, "Jesus, you really had you had sex with this guy," obviously hinting at the fact that, "Oh, you had sex with him, why can't I have sex with you?" Oh, it's like, mate, your suit, your attitude, because you're a bit of a jobber, this guy, Big Ben. Maybe if you were a bit more of a jobber, Deborah would have sex with you. And we then cut to a skate park. We got a crime scene. Dexter notes that Miami makes more corpses than sunburns. So that was a pretty good one. So obviously Batista reveals at this point, we got a serial killer. Quinn's like, the brain surgeon, because obviously he keeps taking out the brains. And you know what? I think the brain surgeon, it sounds good. It is decent, but I think the guy just tied in with Vogul and how the show actually ended. Just, my God, it pissed me off. So Dexter gets a partial print. He ends up telling Vogul, right, this is what that's what I'm going to do. He's like, yeah, I'll get him before the police do. But again, another case that Dexter's just flinging to the wolves. Another thing that I don't like about this season is the fact that Deborah's just out on her arse. Deborah is just doing her own thing, and she's not even back in the department. It just feels weird, man. Deborah spiraling out of control, I think, is good, right? And we've seen it throughout season 7, and now it's like going up a level into season 8. But Miami PD just doesn't feel complete without Deborah Morgan there. You know, essentially going into season 8, we have lost Maria LaGuardia and Deborah, and yeah, as much as shows I think shoehorn women into roles, I think those two characters were great. And I can't stand LaGuardia, but I think she played the role fantastically. And you've just lost them. Like, you've lost them, and it's crazy. Dexter then goes to the cabin. He's like, oh, so look, maybe this guy's hiding his trophies in here. They see you. He's like, nah, there's no chance of that. And then he goes to the cabin after finding that picture at the apartment, and he finds out the killer's already dead. He's hung up on a meat hook. So not a suicide. This just got a little bit more complicated. Vogel then starts telling Dex about her theory on psychopaths, and she's like, oh, they're a gift of nature, Dexter, they're not a mistake, and you're like that, you're the alpha wolves, you're great, and if we can all nurture them to be like you, then we could have an army. And it's like, okay, mankind would not exist today without people like you. She then rocks up to, Deborah walks up to Briggs' storage unit, and essentially what happens here is this guy, I don't even know what his name, I believe it's the guy in The Walking Dead in the prison, the same actor, who Rick just fucking machetes, cleaned down the skull. So this guy manages to get the upper hand on. He's like, you know what, you're lucky I'm not killing you today. But what happens is Deborah just rushes out and gets the fuck kicked out of here. This episode was directed by Michael C. Hall. He's like, you're lucky I don't kill people unless I'm paid to. And then, holy shit, she just gunned him down. But we don't know that at this point. We were like, oh, who killed her? We'll have to wait and see. Batista and Quinn start arguing. He's like, oh, you need to take the sergeant exams, Quinn. You should be taking your career more seriously, especially if you're going to be dating my sister. And Quinn's like, how the fuck did you know? And Batista's like, because I'm a good detective. I'm like, Batista, you're not the best detective, but since watching Resurrection, maybe Batista's alright. Maybe he's underrated. Batista, he could know a million if he was. I know it would have fucked up the relationship, right, between like Batista and Dexter, but I think it would have helped the original show if Batista was on to Dexter a bit, like towards the end in season 8, right? And I do think this show would have massively benefited from the fact that like they actually went all out and had the department chasing Dexter in the final season. That's what it should have been. I know then you can't really have New Blood and you can't have Resurrection, but to wrap up this show and put a bow on top, I think the whole department turning on Dexter, maybe even being led by Deborah in season 8, she's had enough of him killing, her, Quinn, Batista, Masuka, etc., Matthews all hunting down Dexter. I think that could have been the way season 8 could have went, but no. Like, especially in the last couple of episodes. Obviously 12 episodes of like a manhunt for the guy wouldn't have lasted that long. But yeah, Quinn then picks up Jamie, and they're just not happy here because Quinn mentions Deb, and she's like, what the fuck are you doing? Gets out, that's not happening, and we'll see how that goes. Dexter's in his lab. He then runs some blood from the El Sapo crime scene. It turns out, holy shit, it's my sister's blood. So it turns out Deborah has in fact killed El Chapo. She's like, you know what, I killed him because he tried to beat me up. Dexter tries to criticize, and she's like, what, you got a problem with lying? You want to play this what if game? going, just losing her head here. I mean, rightfully so. It's like, how Dexter, you've got a problem with me killing people. I mean, it wasn't really self. I mean, this guy actually spared her, to be honest. Like, this is a pretty. Like, I mean, this guy is a killer, right? And it's not like you couldn't spin it to justify this killing, but yeah, I mean, it wasn't self defense. I mean, the beating had already been done. If we're being honest, but she then turns around and says to Dexter, he's like, he's not the first person I shot, and he may not be the last. Anything can happen in this hellhole that is now my life. Your gift to me, Dexter. And it's like, oh, you know, Dexter and Deborah, this relationship just getting ripped apart is sad. And he's like, I'll never get used to doing this for Deb, like getting rid of the weapon in the evidence room. And it's like, oh, so is that what you did when Lagorta was shot? That wee hint in there. And Dexter's like, oh my god, I've fucking destroyed Deb. And it's sad, man. Brain surgeon breaks in, leaves Vogul in her presence. The DVD showing the killer forced the strangler to throttle his victims, then he killed the strangler. So yeah, he's making other people do his kills with him, which is interesting. And we'll see how that goes. But that is how the episode ends. Deborah killed somebody. Is she going to become a serial killer too at this point? I'm hearing people ask that question back in 2013. She will probably not, but I mean, I thought this episode was pretty standard, folks. I just don't really like Vogul. I'm liking Deborah and Dexter's dynamic of like just complete and utter meltdown, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend that this season's great. I mean, it's just a shame, man. It's like the people. Resurrection's been so good, right? And I really enjoyed Original Sin. I what happened, man? Season 8 just went off the boil. If they properly writ it to wrap up the franchise, it could have been epic. But no, I'll give it a 6 out of 10 though. Till next time, your thoughts down below. And peace. Give me a hell yeah.